What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bear, and this is my channel, PokeGoHeroes. And just like in the anime where the heroes go on amazing adventures, you are the hero of this story, and I'm here as your guide for everything Pokemon Go. We're gonna have the most fun. We're gonna go ahead and get the most that we can out of this game and out of this next upcoming event, which is the Simply groundbreaking event, which I'm pretty excited for. There's really good PvP Pokemon and some good attackers, some good raid Pokemon as well. This will be a good event. So let's go ahead and dive in. I finally got some new lighting in the background. Y'all let me know what you think. I'm curious your thoughts on that. So let's go ahead and dive into the Simply groundbreaking event here. So it starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. local time, and it goes until Sunday, November 17th. So it's a pretty short event, just 3 days. There's a 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and up to receive Candy XL from catching Pokemon, and an increased chance to encounter shiny Drillbur. I would imagine it's 1 in 64, but we won't know for sure until after the event comes out. So you're going to want to go ahead and do the Dynamax Drillbur raids if you want the Toxtricity from the Into the Wild event. So there's an Into the Wild event that's starting November 18th, which I believe is Monday. And you're going to want to have a strong ground type to take on that Gigantamax raid if that's something you're after. I'll hopefully be able to do a few of those. And Gigantamax and Dynamax are great ways to get experience at Stardust and Candy and hundos. So it's a win-win. So here are our spawns. We got Jigglypuff, Diglett, Alolan Diglett, Rhyhorn, Phanpy, Whisper, Kricketot, Woobat, Drillbur, and Noibat. All of those can be shiny. And there's field research tasks. Definitely want to do those. I always recommend doing those, as that's has the same odds of getting a hundo as a raid would, 1 in 212, so that's definitely worth doing. And then there's the timed research, which will give you encounters with Drillbur, and timed research has high chance, just like a raid would, higher chance, just like a raid would, for getting hundos. That's a great way to do that. All right, so let's dive into the analysis on these spawns and which ones you're going to care about. So we're going to start off with PvP, and then after that, we will do the PvE. Wigglytuff in the Great League, actually pretty solid. Rank 51, it's pretty good. 4th overall normal type. And so you'll definitely want to get yourself a good Jigglypuff for PvP if you haven't already. Up next, we've got Dugtrio. Dugtrio is nothing. Yeah, the 272 is the Great League rank for Dugtrio. So nothing great there. And it doesn't even register in the Ultra League. So don't worry about grabbing yourself a Diglett or a Dugtrio unless you just want to get that one off your hundo list, or you personally like it for some reason. Nothing wrong with that. Rhyperior. Not great in the Great League. And it's okay in the Ultra, but look at this thing in the Master League, dude. Number 7. It's because it's got that Mud Slap, and it had the Calm Day move of Rock Wrecker. Dude, so get yourself, that's one worth grinding. Catch as many Rhyhorns as you can, and then what you'll do to get that hundo for the Master League is get a buddy and have him catch as many Rhyhorns as he can, and you'll just trade, because trading is the best way to get hundos. Trading with a best friend. Next up, we got Donphan. Donphan is 101 in the Great League. All right, so ground type overall for Donphan. It's in the top 15 and top 20, 25, somewhere in there. It's not a terrible option, but there are better ones if you're looking to have that competitive edge. But you could make it work if you love Phanpy. All right. So after Donphan, we've got Exploud. Exploud is not ranking great in the Ultra. Let's check here. Yeah, in the 600s in the Great League, and it's even worse in the Ultra. 400. Yeah, that's not a great PvP option, which is fine. Kricketot, I just know that its evolution is not great for bug types in PvP. Swoobat is similar in that it's just not great. So in the Great League, it's at 375, and it doesn't even register in the Ultra League. Excadrill, I have seen it used in PvP in the past. That Mud Slap is still pretty solid. So even though it's in the 300s, you can still make that thing work for the Great League. And I know that it's one of the best attackers as well. Yeah, in the Ultra League, it's rank 151, which is solid. And then in the Master, yeah, it's 104. Yeah, it's in the top 20 as far as ground types for the Master League. So you can make that work. Noibat and Noivern, I just know without even looking at it that they don't do well in PvP. He needs a move buff, and I think he could be competitively viable. He did have a Calm Day move, but it's just not great. We had a Calm Day a couple years back. So I recommend always, just the way that I play the game, get a PvP roll of all of these. So in summary, my recommendations for this event for PvP players or people who are interested in that is try to get a PvP roll of each of them, just pay attention. And then overall, if you're just looking to hunt specifically, Wigglytuff is great. Rhyperior for the Master League. Donphan is okay. And then, of course, Excadrill is good in the Master League as well. So you can make those ones work in particular well if you're into PvP. Now on to PvE. So if you're looking to do the most damage in raids, I've got normal type attackers here for Wigglytuff and for Exploud. And Wigglytuff was pretty high up there. Number 20 overall for a normal type attacker. And it's not going to be super effective against anything, so you're just not really going to use it, even though it's in the top 20 attackers for normal types. That's respectable, but it's a normal type. For flying types, I had this pulled up for Swoobat and Noivern. Noivern is rank 28, Noivern overall for a flying type. And then in dragons, it's in the top 50, which isn't great. Yeah, Noivern rank 38. It's just not a great dragon type, unfortunately. So, I mean, you can make those work in raids if you have a big enough team. It's not a big deal if it's just you and your friends palling around beating raids. But if you're trying to get sweaty about it, Noivern's not going to be a great dragon or flying type for that stuff. But it's great for just having fun. All right, so I realized I missed something in my video, so I'm adding this post edit. So for ground types, right? For ground types PvE, Rhyperior is number 5 overall attacker, and Excadrill is number 6. So those are something that are worth catching those wild spawns, going for those hundos for those as well. And like I said, the raids, Dynamax, those will be a great way for you to do that, as well as trading. Make sure to keep those and trade with your friend, hopefully a best friend, to get those hundos of those, because you'll want those as they are top tier ground type attackers. I think that about does it for the simply groundbreaking event. Let me know what you guys think of these spawns. I always like it when the spawn pools change, and I think they do a fantastic job because I've been doing this for a minute now. And to me, what makes a fantastic job is you have a handful of Pokemon that are kind of a shrug. Just people who are fans of that Pokemon would go after it. And then you have some PvP ones, and ideally some great, some ultra, some master, but maybe not, just some mixed in there. And then you've got some great attackers as well for an event. So I think this is a solid event. I think it's perfect leading up to the Toxtricity Gigantamax form. I know I'll be out there trying to get that. And I still need a hundo Drillbur. So that's something I'm hunting for as well. So this is a great event for me. Yeah, that's it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to keep making content like this, and I'm going to keep making newer varieties of content. If you like this stuff, leave a comment, leave a like. It really does help. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys out there.